Glasgow. It's December and it's Baltic. It's absolutely freezing. As you can see, it's a really bleak place, Kelvin Grove Park, at this time of year. But I'm wondering, what gives the people of Glasgow the winter blues? I went to find out.
So Simon, what gives you the winter blues?
The cold. I can't feel my fingers. It's freezing. Probably because I'm not wearing enough clothes actually, but I'm skinny too, so that's the other reason.
This time of year I get very nostalgic. I was supposed to say November and December with some of the best times in my life when I just started university and I was starting to get into the swing of things. You know, I'd made new friends, and this time of the year I think about that, and also that this is the time of the year when they would all break up for the year, but they'd all go home, and it'd be a couple of weeks before I'd see them all.
I don't have a car, so I have to walk everywhere because why would I get buses? Buses are terrible. I have to walk everywhere in the winter, probably about 2 or 3 miles a day. It's not that bad in the summer, but in the winter when you're walking along with the cold air and the wind and all that nonsense, you know, your face and the big ears at mine tend to get quite cold.
Well, I ski and snowboard, so usually I don't get the winter blues, but sometimes the winter can be so bad that you can't get there. So sitting in a car at a snow gate for 5 hours tends to give me the winter blues.
Don't like the rain because I have a guide dog. I'm out walking with a guide dog and it's wet. Your left leg tends to end up absolutely filthy, so probably the rain.
I would say in the case of winter blues, probably thing for me is dark nights. They get darker earlier and earlier every week until you realise it's only got maybe about 2 or 3 hours of sunshine.
I don't like the queues for Christmas shoppers, they're too long. I don't like when customers shout at me because they're stressed out for Christmas.
Spending too much money. I know it doesn't sound like the best attitude, but yeah, I'm usually skint by about January. My son always wants expensive things, and I don't mind getting them, I just really feel the pinch in January. So that sounds terrible, but yeah, probably the expense of the whole thing.
When it gets really cold and your fingers get freezing and you can't use them to do anything, like you can't even use your phone or roll a cigarette, that gives me the winter blues.
The worst thing is trying to get up in the morning when it's still dark outside. It's 9 o'clock in the morning and it's still pitch black outside, and I have enough trouble getting out of bed as it is, and it doesn't help when it could literally be any time in the middle of the night. Especially when you wake up and it seems really dark, and then you're so disappointed when you check your phone. You're like, oh god, I need to be out of bed 2 minutes from now. This is terrible.
Well, I guess really it's not being around my friends. With living in Northern Ireland, I don't really get to see the people from over here around Christmas time, so that sort of gives me the winter blues.
Not being able to go out and see people, and then when you do go out, you know, the pavement's really, really slippy and you fall over, and if you wear heels, you're just, you know, you're in a minefield because, you know, you wear nice heels and your ankle just gives way and you fall over.
Missing friends and family. I buy presents online. I buy a lot of presents online, so I spend quite a lot of time thinking about what to get people, and a lot of the time I'm thinking about what I could have got people who aren't here any longer, or who I can't buy presents for one reason or another. So yeah, that's what brings me down.
I do not have enough clothes to cope with winter. I have one jumper. This is the one I'm currently wearing. So that doesn't help either.
It never snows. It never proper snows. We just get really, really, really cold weather. I could put up with cold weather if I got a chance to make a snowman occasionally, but very little.
I go to work in the dark. I leave work in the dark at winter, which means I don't see any sunshine at all. Except at lunchtime, I go out for 1 hour, have a sandwich and a bacon roll. I come out to work, and it's proper rubbish.
The fact that the subway is so humid, you walk in and your glasses fog up. Probably not a problem everyone has, but it winds me up immensely.
Having to wear a hat because all hats make me look like an idiot.
The kind of food that you eat in the winter as well, I think gives you the winter blues, like sort of turkey, like general Christmas dinner, like potatoes, starchy things, you know. You want to eat more because your body's like, oh, you need to eat more for the cold insulation.
I remember a time at primary school in Dumfries, a year where it snowed a lot, forever after referred to as the big snow, when everybody got sent home. and all the kids were waiting for their parents to come pick us up, and every couple of minutes a parent would come along, and every couple of minutes the looks on the faces of the kids would become more and more nervous. Many of the teachers had long gone, and then eventually, I wasn't the last, my mother came to pick me up, and I was very pleased. And I got a week of making snowmans, and I've not had a week of making snowman since.
And there you have it. That is what gives Glasgow the winter blues. Whether it's the food that we eat, the cold weather, nostalgia, melancholy, or just missing that special someone. Everyone suffers at least once from the winter blues. But just remember folks, spring is just around the corner. Thank you.